hello everybody. We are back from break. When we left our heroes, they had journeyed from the 3rd level of the dungeon down to the 6th level to the Lost levels, where they rejoined the Skull Taker clan, rested, did some work, and then got a interesting conversation with Risk, the bullywug, about his home, Slither Swamp, the 8th level of the dungeon, as well as what he knew about the 7th level of the dungeon, the level he titled the Land of the Stone Men. And so, having received all this information, our party now decides the evening of the 11th, what is it you would all like to do?
Make my way
forever.
Making my way. All right.
We go to new level.
Go to new level.
We go to TPK.
Okay. Sounds good. Let us head towards Madgoth's castle, or as is known here,
The Umber Maze, or the
Umber
Land of
Maze,
the Stone Men.
or the Land of the Stone Men.
Damn. That's a lot of names for one location.
Most of these
There's probably
locations have a
both of them have
bunch of different
3
names.
names.
So, let us begin with some music.
New music. Who dis?
Oh no! It's the freaking copyright people.
What?
That's who it was, bro. Yeah, he said new music. Who dis?
Fair enough. All right. The stuff. Been so long since I've got to talk to you guys about a new level. This is exciting.
Been a while.
Been a while.
You keep letting us not do it.
Right. You leave behind the Skull Taker clan, and begin to go down the long, sloping, slightly winding tunnel carved by Umber Hulk claws. There are portions of it that break into small open areas, pools of water, small gardens of fungi, but mostly it continues to wind, sloping downwards. After a decent length of travel, which actually ticks up your situations.
Oh, by the way, don't mean to interrupt, but just so that we're aware, I'm still donating the armor and great axe to the Skull Takers.
Yep, sounds good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
What
who's
armor?
gonna grab them, but we'll definitely figure that out.
Assuming they've got a guy that doles out all the equipment, so...
Yeah, you assume that?
Sure.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So,
One of them hobgoblins.
you find
bugbears.
yourselves...
Gotta have a quartermaster. It's just...
You find the ground beneath you begin to level out. As it does, you realize, right, that you're, it's kind of that familiar feeling of coming into a new place. You cross a threshold, and the
Cross the
temperature
threshold.
plummets from cold, where it's normally relatively cold in Undermountain because you're far underground. It's frigid here.
Winter
You
gear up.
you basically cross a
Shit, I still
threshold,
have winter gear.
and you go from being a little cold to frosty breath, right?
We all take time to don our...
On your
Winter
your winter
apparel.
garb. Gotcha.
Yep, I absolutely have that on my person.
Sounds
Yep.
good.
Bundle up.
Time to bundle up.
You think you're bundled up now? Wait till you get older.
What does that mean?
I don't
Well,
know. I don't know.
Do not forget,
Raise the oldest one here. Tell us.
you
Jay.
have all gained the benefits of a long rest. So make sure you restore all your HP, get the appropriate amount of hit dice back, restore spell slots and abilities, etc., etc.
As we hit the threshold, mage armor comes up.
Okay.
I'll put on this. I'll be like, wow, guys, this is surprisingly how well this fits. Like,
It's
It's like it was made
the
for you.
horns are just meant for this.
You feel them magically warp and wrap around your horns.
Yeah, rest in peace. You're not special.
He is special though.
It's not.
As the ground, the rocky terrain smooths out in front of you, levels out in front of you, and you find yourself in this frigid environment. You move forward another few minutes.
Oh, and how cold is it? Is it so cold that it is painful?
It's freezing. It is
What is-
below freezing.
So it's normal for us.
Okay.
Without protective gear, if you were to spend an extended period of time here, it would cause issue, right? But it doesn't
We got cold weather
immediately
here.
harm you in the short term.
I mean, we got cold weather here. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You guys, you don't need to put your ring of cold resistance on if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. It is cold, and you imagine that, maybe later on down the road there will be cold related checks that ring would help you against, but you're not gonna just take damage by being here. It's not that cold, basically. Okay. As you are moving forward, the tunnel before you begins to widen slightly, and Ashes, you are the first one to smell it, but actually it takes you... You're almost on top of it before you smell it. And you realize that is because of the frigid weather. But you come upon a moldering corpse. A moldering corpse...
Gross.
covered in black streaks and wearing white silks.
Wow. Sounds like
So-
old, whatever, Malavitsits or whatever the hell her name was.
So, Drow Priestess died to necrotic damage.
It doesn't look necrotic. In fact, you are very familiar with the one of you is very familiar with the pattern across her skin. It's electric. It's electric. Yeah.
It's electric.
Yeah, it's like she got hit by a massive lightning bolt. It's got that pattern of like black scorch marks and burns across her flesh.
Interesting.
Something here is electric.
It's electric.
Wasn't me.
So does
It
it look
wasn't
like
me.
like
Keep it in the
claws, or does it
corner.
look like a sword, or does it just seem like a spell? She just got hit with electricity.
Yeah, I mean, she is covered in it's hard to tell, right? Because the body's rotting kind of at this point. But
Which Drow priestess
it's-
is it? Is it the
you
one
can
in Bella
see
cut up?
it's slowed because it's so cold here.
She refrigerated.
But there are things that have messed with the body, but nothing that has like come in and just eaten on it necessarily. But you don't see any like she's not like stabbed through the chest or anything like that. She's covered in minor wounds, but the mortal blow seems to have been this electric
Are we
shock.
capable of identifying this individual?
Yeah, it's Malith Alvrindar. It is the drow priestess that you let go on the 4th level of the dungeon.
Ah, yes.
I feel terrible.
She made it
I
pretty
don't.
far, actually.
Oh no, I'm racked with guilt. However, will I go on?
Well, should we
Anyways,
go on.
so where are we going?
I don't know. Where are we going?
Memeworthy.
Where are we going?
So,
We have,
I
do we
will
have
just,
map?
we'll just move you guys on over to the map. As you
It's been a while.
leave the dead corpse of Malith Avrandar behind.
Do we need to toss her to see if she's got anything? I'm assuming we took everything off of her.
She's barren.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she is. Wow, that's fucked up.
No, you're fucked up for going that route.
Am I?
Yeah.
Agree to
Kinda,
disagree.
yeah.
All right. Popping
Like
you guys
when we were
down.
playing Shovel Knight, you're like, ooh, a horse lady. I'm like, that's Sarah Jessica Parker, you asshole. No,
That was
like,
fucked up.
Why is he
hilarious.
allowed to make that joke, but I can't make a joke like that?
What do you mean? When's the last time you made a Sarah Jessica Parker joke?
It's on the same level as the other one.
Is it? I don't
Why
think
is
so.
Matt so hurt?
Because his ass doesn't fucking change his damn HP until he gets into a fight. And he's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
we
should probably-
long rested.
I should probably heal up.
Maybe you should.
That's why I made that
Big
statement
deal.
earlier.
Big heal.
Are we in a fight?
Reset
No.
my key points.
Alright. You guys have ventured down into a new level of the dungeon. It is freezing cold here. The tunnel before you bears the same resemblance as the one that you have been traveling, right? It is carved through by what you are now familiar with as Umber Hulk claws. What's the plan?
Ezra pulls out the Husnarketa
Okay.
and concentrates on it.
Alright. Roll me an Arcana check.
20.
There is... You feel no immediate connection or anything as far as the Husnarketa is concerned, but holding the relic and concentrating it, questing with your magic, it tunes you to the world around you in a way that you didn't necessarily expect. And you realize, almost kind of like casting Detect Magic, that there is a low ambient magical energy pervading everything around you.
More so than the usual Undermountain
Yeah,
effect?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's something here, almost like it's on the air or something like that. There is some magical effect in this place. You don't know if it's just this place right here,
Yep.
or if it's, the whole level, but there's something going on here.
Magic. Is it magic, Jeremy?
Yeah, I already said it was magic.
Oh shit! I solved the mystery.
What the fuck?
I'm going to light up my lantern of revealing, just in case anything invisible creeps on by us.
Gotcha.
Xanathar is right beside you.
Jesus Christ.
I have a butt ton of oil, so I'm not like super concerned about it running out.
No worries. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, it's a light source. that you
Yeah, that's
guys,
fine.
and you just
Well,
got
he's
to the point where
he's clanking now, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm
clanking
loud now.
he clanky
You,
boy.
you hear all the plates and rivets and.
So
Are you wearing plate armor now?
Half
He's
plate.
always been
Half
wearing half plate.
Oh, I thought he got full plate from a mirror ago.
Matashtai, you
No, I
you
gave that
hear,
to the
but he
takers.
didn't wear it because he wants his adamantine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take risks. Are you
Oh.
kidding?
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Matashtai, you hear in your mind the familiar presence, right? But you hear this. That. It's. I mean, I know. It's been a while.
It's been
Nope. Shut up, Jake.
I say it now at the point to bait him out, right?
Mhm.
I know. Technically, we just found the helmets on the last floor. It's been ages since then.
Do a little dance.
Dance for me, Matthew.
Dance,
Alright.
puppet, dance.
I kind of yes. Luana thinks it might be a good idea to do a kata on this level. Give me a minute.
Hey, sorry, just random thought. With your ring of mind shielding, can you just?
It does not work against Valina. They are basically the same person.
Yeah, like we are one person.
So
He chooses not to
to
stay
allow,
there.
and I assume he just allows. Yeah. Take your time. I'm still ascertaining.
Feeling it out.
I go ahead and Metal Gear helmet up and take out Tom McCurry and move into the
Rising was so good.
kata.
Begin to go through the forms, and as you reach that familiar end, Tombakiri extended out towards you in kind of a gesture, a compass, right? Like pointing the needle, the lodestone. You extend out, and that son of a bitch goes doong into the ground, just like tanks. Just like not even
All right.
not even close. I'm gonna duck out of the screen. Fucking, I figured it out. I can just dip
That's so
out real
weird.
quick and it'll refocus instantly. I got you, camera. Fuck off. All right.
I think it's when you do the hand
Right.
movements.
It's like
confused.
Why don't
So-
you turn off the autofocus?
that's a good point, but I can't do it right now because if I open up the Logitech, it will
Yeah,
take focus.
Mine does the
yeah,
same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll try to remember to look into it later.
You're gone
So,
again.
and it fucking works. Okay, so it was very clearly not an artifact on this level. Probably not an artifact on the next level, if anything is to gauge, right? The way that you've been able to see things previously.
Yeah.
And you come to that realization immediately as soon as Tombakiri just like, thanks.
Oh God.
But then, in your mind, you hear, wait a second. Well, that's new. I can feel a fuzziness. Maybe our little expedition proved a bit more beneficial than we thought.
How do you mean?
Fuzzy. What do you mean?
The kata, I think I've lost it. For a moment there, it focused my senses, and the next artifact, I don't think it's... Obviously, it's not here, or probably on the next floor, but... I have a... If the distance we've traveled in the past is anything to go by, I'd say it's on the 10th.
All right. It's nice to have a clear goal for the next one.
Very interesting.
I don't know what the 10th floor is.
I do.
Dangerous.
I know what the 11th is.
Dangerous. Nice.
All right. Well, if you know anything else, let me know.
I'll
I will
try to
not.
keep aware of things. That's very new. I've never had that happen before. We must be really syncing up.
I go to give her a wink, and I'm like, wait, you're in my mind.
I mean,
Well, you don't have an astral self? What kind of monk are you?
That's a totally different monk discipline. Fucking pleb.
all right. So Matashtai goes through the motions of his kata, has a brief moment with Velena. Ezrah reaches out through the Hasnarketa, doesn't find what he's seeking necessarily, but does find something intriguing. What are you doing now?
Perhaps we begin our
Trucking
usual.
on.
Our infiltration?
Exploring.
Venturing, exploring.
Venture explore.
Oh, this map is very laggy for me. Oh no.
Oh, is it?
Really big.
Okay. Then I can do
It's
the
really bad.
the quintessential. Oh no. Zach?
It's not laggy for me at all.
No, I think
I
you're
think
off, Zach.
Oh,
He DCing.
oh.
I don't know that it's the map, my dude.
I mean, it might be the map instigating things. We know it has. Zach has had some trouble with the, and it's not the map so much. It's the explorer mode on the map.
Yeah.
No, I think it's Zach.
Well, that also may be the case.
Zachariah. Domo
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
arigato,
Mr.
Mr.
Zakaro? I don't know. I'm
Domo?
assuming you guys are gonna move up to the first
Yeah.
intersection, at the very least.
Feels like a safe bet.
Yeah. Okay. Zach, are you good?
Bones, scouts ahead. Don't think he's okay.
I don't think he's good.
As we're approaching, Ezra's gonna reach out using augury.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you reach within yourself to that that beacon, that blessing that you had gained, or the boon that you had gained within the arcane pathways of Undermountain. And you try to steal a glimpse of the future with it. That's alliteration. What are you trying to accomplish here?
I am seeking the direction of this fragment.
Augury will only give me the only thing that I can tell you or is wheel woe or wheel and woe or nothing. So you have to phrase a question or a specific course of action or something like that.
So wheel and woe is what? Good and bad?
Wheel is good, woe is bad. Wheel and woe is good and bad, and nothing is not really either.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Welcome back.
what just went on there?
I don't know. There was a lot of freaking out in.
It was not good.
You had a hiccup in the system.
A hiccup in the system. A glitch in the
I-
matrix.
I misunderstood what augury did,
Yeah, no worries.
and I distracted the stream long enough for Zachary to come back.
Very good.
So we're
Deliberate.
Okay. Oh, the sneezy boy.
Oh, gee.
Oh no. Okay. So are you
Oh, he's
retracting?
allergic to cats.
Are you retracting your augury, or are you
Yes,
rephrasing
retract.
your augury?
Retracted.
Retract. All right, gotcha. Sounds good. Okay. So if that is the case, you guys begin to move forward down the tunnel to this first intersection, and you can see as you arrive here that the tunnel extends northward and southward, but it extends and then branches, and you realize that you might have come upon the reason why it's called the Umber Maze. There quite obviously in just a few moments are directions in or pathways in all over pathways in many directions. Ugh, words all of a sudden. So what direction would you like to head initially?
See, zoom all the way out of the map.
But perhaps
Zoom all the way
we
around.
operate in normal maze-like fashion and choose either left or right and operate
And hug the wall.
entirely of that fashion. We have
All right,
no
which wall? Left wall, right
direction.
wall.
Look, I don't know how many mazes you saw, but let me tell you,
I
you
said
solve
north.
You solve it by
wall it is?
instinct, okay? It's pure instinct.
Oh
You
boy.
just trust yourself.
I go north.
Okay.
I follow.
Actus seems very sure of north. That's instinct if I've ever seen it.
All right. You guys begin to move northward. I'll just move you guys since it's
Okay.
simple that way. So you begin to move northward, and as you do, just a few steps down the next tunnel, you find again more branching paths. But specifically, you find to the northwest a cavern opens up, and this whole cavern, as you kind of step into the space, at first, it looks as if it's just littered with detritus, like stones and chunks of rock and rubble across the floor. But you realize after a split second that it's not rubble. It's molted carapace. There are just piles and piles of molted carapace that looks vaguely rock-like. Some of it even looks like it's so old that maybe it's fossilized or something along those lines. But it's just full to the brim in this cave. And there's this faint odor of oil and spice hanging in the air.
Is there any carapace or molting that is in a large enough chunk to maybe determine a creature?
Yeah, absolutely. To the point of fact where as you take a very brief moment to kind of like sift through some of it, and you find an almost completely intact Umber Hulk head.
Okay.
And you realize that apparently Umber Hulks molt.
Well, makes
It-
sense.
it-
They had to be coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
Is this anything you could potentially use, Ashes?
Ooh, could I use it for
I'm-
pigments?
Yeah, you like umber?
What about Hulks?
I'm gonna gather some up. I'm gonna see if I can make some pigments out of it.
You got a poundage amount you would like?
7.
Just take 5 pounds. That seems like a lot of
Jesus
pigment.
fuck.
5
That's a lot.
pounds of Umber Hulk carapace.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. All right. during your investigation of this chamber, it doesn't take you much effort at all to realize that this chamber itself is a dead end. It's kind of this conical shape. It goes, tapers off at the back, but dead ends. And you can tell very quickly that the tunnels, the smaller tunnels that lead to the east from the northern section, they just lead you back to other tunnels from the southeast. Okay? So, where to now? Or are you continuing with that concept of, like, just follow the left wall?
I think
Yeah,
we'll
we're
continue following
going
the
by
wall.
pure instinct, bro.
Okay. Where does pure
I-
instinct take us?
I see a little like hole here. Where does that
It is
go?
a very narrow tunnel. It does not look as though it is big enough to have been carved by an Umber Hulk, unless there are small Umber Hulks around.
Hey, Jeremy, I
Um,
can see the whole map.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
There's
Why
no-
are you the
there's
one who
no-
breaks everything with the map?
I don't know. There's no fog. It looks like it's like grayed out revealed. Like I've been everywhere somehow.
So see, no.
Is
no
anyone else
things.
like that?
Nope.
I am not.
Nope.
Oh. Zach. I don't know.
Look, I just won't. I won't
why
look
you
at
break
it. Okay,
me.
look.
why
I won't look at it. It's
why
fine.
you break me, Zach? Why do you break
I'm not
me?
looking at. I'm not looking at the screen. You don't gotta fix it.
All
I'm
right.
playing by sight only or sound only.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's
So
okay.
Bones over here is exploring on instinct.
Yeah, full instinct. It's
Right.
great. All right, so, do you follow that kind of like narrow passage forward, or are you trying to stick to main thoroughfares?
I think we should follow the narrow passage. That instinctually tells me that we should go there.
Great, fantastic. All right, I'm just gonna teleport everyone over here. Boom.
I've been teleported.
I feel like I was teleported, but I'm not certain.
All right, you guys
say we go
wind your
north.
way through this very thin passage, and as you're kind of going through it, you can see there are little rivulets of water, kind of seeping down the sides of the walls there through the narrow tunnel. Some of these sections have been carved out by Umber Hulks. Others are naturally forming over the. But you find yourself at another section, another space of rock that some of it leads tunnels leading north, tunnels leading east, tunnels leading south. Where do you want to go?
I voted north.
Okay.
That's fine.
As you begin to move northward, and I'm just going to assume that you guys are kind of exploring through things, you begin to head northwest, again, kind of doing that follow the left wall scenario. And you travel
Oh, if
for
that's what
about,
we're doing, I don't want to do that. I want to specifically pick right walls.
you travel about 2 minutes. And when you travel for about 2 minutes before coming to the realization that this tunnel is beginning to slope back upwards.
Does it go back to previous level?
It does seem right, like it's definitely reminiscent of that. It seems like it is going up to a different level.
Interesting.
Well, 6 was the lost level. Maybe it
Was found.
skipped somehow.
I think we ran into a.
We did find another
potentially
level down, didn't we?
from 5th. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We do not return to the 6th level.
You double back around, going
Probably
back
the
to this
fifth level.
section, and then head northward just following the kind of like rough tunnels as you go. Coming to another intersection, there's tunnels leading southward and tunnels leading eastward.
East.
Okay.
Until someone says otherwise.
As you
East.
begin to move forward here, Ashes and Bones both have different moments of realization.
I love realizing things.
Ashes, you smell.
Damn, you smell, bro.
Wow, rude, Jeremy. What the fuck?
That's fucked up, dog.
Wow.
Pause for effect means pause for effect.
You smell earthy natural scents, but also kind of this must. And it's one that you unfortunately are acutely aware of.
You're cute.
Coming from the place that you are from, and
You little
the
cutie.
people that you are familiar with, you smell bear. And Bones, you hear it.
Say, there's a beast about.
There's a beast about.
It's a bear.
Hey, yeah, but you didn't have to say that.
Wait,
Maybe
wait,
it's a social bear.
what is about?
To the east and the north. To the east and the north. To the northeast. I went east and north because it's east
Oh,
first
a
and then
word
north.
combining the two.
It's east north.
Least.
So
East,
to the
east, north.
east north, there is you have both heard and smelled not one but at least two bears or bear-like creatures.
Here, please.
That's just unbearable.
Wah, wah.
Are we
Uh,
trying
The game
tonight?
now.
Is that what we're doing tonight? What do you do? Bones, you can hear that they are awake, right? But they're
I
not.
can hear the bear's status. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're moving about.
Oh.
You can hear them and they are moving about. But they don't seem like alarmed. There's not like
This motherfucker looking gift horses in the mouth.
They're not roaring or anything like that.
Oh, okay. They're not agitated. They're very comfortable. Just letting you know.
I can hear their comfort.
Do you have the anti-invisible thing lit?
Yeah, I do.
Does.
Okay, well, I guess I stay
You-
visible then.
You want me to put it out? I can put it out.
I mean, maybe you guys just stay back and I'll go invisible and check it out.
Alright. Chill back here.
I do that.
Okay.
I make sure, and then, I guess once I'm 30 feet away from him, I'm invisible. Cast invisibility on myself.
Sure.
I lick the ring.
You round the corner, and as you round the corner, or as you get to the corner, I will say, you realize that you're not going to be out of the range of the light before you can see these things.
Okay, well, I look back at him. I just look at him, and I look at the lantern.
I put it out.
Okay.
I think you can narrow the hood, right? And make it like 15 feet or some shit like that.
Yeah, I can make it less. I can just like.
Okay.
Isn't that like one of the actions?
I think it is, actually.
Yep.
It is a thing that it can do.
Okay. Is that what you do rather than putting it out?
I do. I go.
I mean, I look back at him and like clearly I'm still visible. So
Like-
Fucking be
Like-
sneakier. I don't know what to tell you, I say in your mind.
all right. Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. At advantage. 30, double 30s.
Nice. All right.
Also, I make no sound, and also I'm invisible.
You step forward.
Good
And
thing you
you
got
can
the invisibility.
see
I was really worried they'd find you.
forward.
I mean, they can smell me. I'm a
ahead
cat.
of you, right? There is a den that you are approaching. And now that you're closer to it, you can kind of smell that animal must, right? Earthy, kind of dank, right?
Oh yeah, dang.
The cave that you are stepping towards is covered in gnawed bones of various shapes and sizes. Most of them that are cracked or splintered, right? As if a feral animal has been, licking the marrow out from them. And there are 2 massive bears just kind of like lazing about in this cave. They are huge and they seem very well fed.
Damn, big bear. Yeah. Oh my god.
They ain't hungry.
This is really bad. What is fucking with my computer? I don't know. Okay, cool. I'd like to try and sneak between them.
Okay,
Like, what are they guarding? It's got to be something cool.
gotcha. Un momento.
Damn, there's a space invader on this map.
You begin to move forward, and you realize that you can do this, but it's going to be challenging just because of the sheer enormity of these creatures. They're not just big, they're kind of chunky. They're like
They're fat boys.
they're kind of like, oh lord, he coming status, right?
Yeah.
Like,
They're the Odie of the bear
Yes,
world.
boys.
right? But as you move forward, you realize you don't need to go all the way between them to realize what they are guarding. Past them, you can see there's a narrow entryway into another cavern, and you can hear and see in the darkness, right, as 2 significantly smaller forms, one chasing the other, skitter through that cave. As you see
What?
2
What are they?
significantly younger, smaller cave bears.
Oh, okay. Huh. Alright then, I go on back.
Little
As
family.
you are kind of like going on back, one of the bears does kind of like lift their head and begin to kind of like sniff, and their nose, right, their snouts are like almost as big as your torso, right? But it sniffs for a second, and then it just kind of like lays back down again, not having noticed your presence.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He said he's restarting his PC.
okay, gotcha.
Just so, please excuse the.
Yeah, no worries.
Well-
We'll take 2 minutes. We'll be back in just a second when Zach gets back, and we'll continue from there. Thanks for your patience. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ah.
All right, everyone, we are back. Okay, so Bones. One other thing, as you are moving away, or actually, this wouldn't be as you were moving away. This would be as you had stealth forward to kind of like get a glimpse of what the bears were protecting. Right, and I described that kind of little scenario with the baby cave bears running in the back of this other cave. You also would have seen in that cavern a couple of kind of like largish rocks or boulders that were strategically placed around, some of which were like hollowed out.
Hollowed out? A hollowed out boulder.
Yeah, like almost like a cylindrical empty rock, basically.
Weird.
Like a geode?
Like a chair?
Not like a chair, but
The bears got chairs?
not natural. Not naturally occurring.
Ah, dang, it's like a pet bed. That's what I think.
I think it's pretty valid.
Okay. You stick with what you were doing and you head back to the group?
Yeah, I go back, I report. I
Okay.
say it's just bears.
Just bears?
Yeah, just bears. There's
Just
some
bears.
bears.
Just bears.
2 real big ones. 2 babes.
Oh, cubs?
Yeah, babes.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with those bears.
Yeah, they're big bears. They're fat. Fat bears.
Fat bears.
Fat bears.
Could mean
Alright,
they
well,
might
let's,
be
okay,
looking
so-
to
so
hibernate.
Go continue down.
Let's not go that way.
Yeah, let's leave
Okay.
the bears alone.
Okay.
Let them live their life.
You leave
Not
the
that I'm
bears.
against killing bears. I just think they're too fat to matter.
You leave the bears.
And they got a family. Like, we don't gotta kill all the bears and the baby
head
bears.
back towards the south.
Yeah, fam. Let's go. Let's go to the
Cub meat is a little gamey anyways.
left. Let's go to the left. Our left.
And
we're
as
facing the
you
rock wall.
head to the south, right, you can see there is a path heading leftwards and then
I have
south,
no idea.
or
which
westward
direction
and then
we've been.
south, right?
Really fucked up.
But you can also see that you have found a tunnel
And I
that
love tunnels.
leads away from the kind of like Umber Hulk carving and out into something else, out into a wider, larger cavern.
Dude, wide, large. I love wide and large spaces.
Significantly wider and larger from the brief look at it that you can see.
It's like my favorite top 3.
The maze? Check
Dude,
the new area.
2 of my top 3 favorite things is wide and open.
I will notate this.
The top one obviously is bones.
Because this is gonna be something extremely obvious to you guys. Moving about in a maze or a series of tunnels is one thing, but if you walk out into a wide open cavern with a lantern, you will be a open beacon for anything in that cavern.
Shall I walk out there? I'm still invisible.
Okay.
For like an hour.
Who said that?
Yeah. You can. I'm right next to Matt. You can see me, like within 15 feet.
Oh.
I do the most rogue thing ever though, because as soon as I'm outside of 15 feet, I'm gone.
You just whoosh, gone.
I mean, I can just turn off the lantern.
No,
Sounds like
it's
Jeremy-
fine.
Sounds like Jeremy wants us to turn it off, so there must be something invisible. here.
Oh, there's something invisible, bro.
You've
Oh
got
my
me.
god.
You've
Oh
got me.
my god. All right, whatever. I'll just go check it out invisibly.
Bones sneaks off eastward. And Bones, I'm going to give you a
What the fuck is that thing called? Hooded lantern of
Lantern of
Reveal.
Revealing.
lantern of reveal.
Bones, you step out into what has to be an enormous cavern. You can hear this kind of like almost just faint echoing across it. And your field of vision, your dark vision, does not see to the other side, does not see to the eastern side, doesn't see to the northern side, doesn't see to the southern side.
And it's big.
It is gargantuan in scope. A few paces ahead of you, the stone floor begins to slope drastically, creating a relatively steep 90-foot drop towards the center of this chamber. So you're basically on this little ledge, not little, I mean it's a good-sized ledge, but it's a ledge that seems to ring the outer portion of this chamber, and then it's just kind of like a scree down into the center of the chamber itself.
What is a scree?
Scree is a slope covered in rocks and debris and things like that.
How steep is the slope?
Pretty steep.
Pretty steep, okay.
A little 50-degree angle.
Oh, it's not that steep. That's pretty steep, but it's not that steep. Okay.
Yeah, it's not sheer by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely one of those, like, if you lose your footing going down it, it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, you're gonna run real fast, like you're running down a hill.
Yeah, but if you can keep your feet.
Okay, so I don't want to like go anywhere like with them here, with them waiting on me, but I just want to see really fast. Does it look like from where I'm at? Does it look like this road is traveled? Does it look like anything is like going down in there, like bears? Is there a big pile of bears down there?
There's just like 20 bears chilling.
It's just a
How
big
many
pile of
bears?
bears.
How many bears are in that pit?
Roll
a
me
bear
a
convention.
perception check.
Okay.
These
I gotta
juxtapose, I wouldn't expect a success.
I have to reopen my sheet. Here it is. Normal perceiving. That's going to be a 20. A natural fail 20. Because I can't roll a 1. It's actually a 10.
Gotcha. Okay. So,
Well, I can't roll below a 1. Or 10.
So you rolled the absolute lowest you possibly could,
Yes, sir.
and the end result is half of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because reliable talent. I get
Yeah.
it. It's just I think it's weird the way that works out. Is your literal lowest roll can be halved, and it's still 10.
yeah. So, there aren't just copious bodies of bears down at the bottom of this
that's good to
gargantuan
know.
chamber.
It makes me feel better about the situation. I'm
The
being
It does me
ledge
as well.
around is relatively clear, right? But the slope is a scree, right? So it's filled with rubble. But you do see there are places that someone, a less perceptive person, might not have noticed this.
Yes, someone who rolls less than a natural 1.
Yeah, right. I hate saying a less perceptive person, but you still got a fucking 20. Might not have noticed this, but there are footprints in some of the scree, in some of the slope.
Whereabouts on this scree are the footprints?
Just dotted around, right? Like as if someone just climbs.
They just go
up
down wherever.
wherever they want. The footprints are almost as big as your body.
Big prints, got it. Alright, I go back. As I enter back within 5 feet, suddenly
Whoosh!
I'm there.
Bones is just suddenly there.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
That's right. Alright, well, good news. Good news is no more bears that I can tell.
Okay.
There's a giant hole. It's real big. I could not see across it or to the top or bottom of it. And there's something going in there with big old feet.
Did they look humanoid feet?
I mean, yeah, they had toes and shit.
Might be one of them.
Probably
Stone giants.
a giant of stone. I don't know how Risk put it. Anyway, so y'all, I mean, y'all want to come up there, you can. If you want to keep going around the maze, it's either. I didn't see anything going on. It was just a big hole. I didn't go down it or anything though. There was a scree. Learned that word recently from my mind palace.
Nice, very nice, very good.
Good
I like it.
It's a good mind palace you got there.
And in fact, someone should add that to the dictionary and credit me with it. It means a steep incline, a scree.
Well, it means the rocky rubble on the steep incline, but yeah.
Spell it. A mass of
get out of
small
here, God.
loose stones that form or cover a slope of a mountain. We're dealing with a mountain here.
Okay.
We're in the Undermountain.
I mean, yeah, you are dealing
In
with
the
the mountain here.
Undermountain.
In fairness.
Technically correct.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys want to go out there, we can go out there. But there's stone giants around here somewhere.
Almost as if on cue.
God damn it, Zach.
You all hear this.
Bum.
Can I pull out my tiny little glass of water to see the impact? of the
Oh.
tremors?
Very nice.
I hop out of 5-foot
I
range.
pulled
since
my
he's got
spoon of Jello.
Since he's got it like hooded or tented or whatever, I hop out of 5-foot range so I'm invisible again.
You can hear a sound coming from the northeast. From within
the
that
bears!
past
Put
cave.
the lantern out.
No, not the
what if
bears, but out
What
from
if there's invisible shit?
From within this cavern.
from within that big chamber.
You
to
can
the
you can just
northeast.
relight it if we think there's something invisible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it back on.
Okay,
Okay.
do that.
I'll turn
The
it
lantern-
off. Turn off the lantern.
As the lantern goes out, it goes out right before this
Jesus.
The last time.
See that?
this form kind of steps
Why am
forward.
I in front?
And you can just see like the head of this creature over the lip of the slope, as this immense gray-skinned giant just walks forward, looks towards your direction, but doesn't seem to like register or recognize anything, and then just keeps walking south. And after a few moments, that kind of like fades into the
Okay.
distance.
He looks at us?
He looked towards you, but it didn't seem as if he noticed you.
Does he have bad low light vision? Huh. Okay, well, which way did he go off?
Southeast.
You guys wanna
Um,
follow him? Let's follow. We should follow him. Let's follow him. Wait, did Risk tell us not to fuck with this guy or with them in general?
He didn't say. Risk didn't give you any commands. He didn't say, don't fuck with these people. He just warned you that they were strange.
Oh, okay.
And that he and his tribe had met with them, and then the next time they met with them, the stone men didn't seem to remember them and they attacked them.
Oh, they have amnesia. Selective amnesia. Interesting. Maybe we ought not mess with them then. But they're not going to remember us dealing with them.
Well, we could always go back into the maze and try to clear it.
So that would involve going down, right? Like south? Again, I can see the whole map, so I have no idea where we have been.
We'd be going.
I have no idea. It's a blessing and a curse.
We'd
Yeah.
be going west south.
Left out.
Okay, Let's do that.
All right.
West south is towards the direction the stone giant went.
No, that's
No.
east.
East south is towards the direction the stone giant went.
Oh, he went east south, and we're going west south. Okay, I got it.
Gotcha.
I'm back on board.
All right. Is that what you guys want to do? Is kind of like head back into the maze, stray away from the giant? Okay.
Sure.
So you begin to head westward, and then south, following the next passage. And at least one of you has a decent head for directions. You realize that you have made your way back towards to the northwest is the room, the cave where all the Umber Hulk carapaces are, and now you've kind of found your way to where you could venture southwest further. You could go southeast, or there is a teeny tiny, you'd have to like squeeze through water tunnel to the straight south.
Have we been this direction?
You have not.
Oh, let's go that direction. That's continuing southwest, the direction that they would like to go.
Everybody good with that?
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
You press forward southwest. You make your way to an intersection, and you can see back the way you came. This is where you entered into the level, right? And it's about this point now that you guys have been wandering around for a little while, that I need everyone to roll me Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I have advantage because I possess a token.
Okay.
I am going to do terribly because it's Constitution.
Skill check. So I can't do anything with my 8.
I just got to call out that I'm going to do terribly.
Yeah, you just gotta.
What were
own
you
it,
saying,
and
Jake?
It won't be as bad.
I was saying it was a saving throw, so I can't use my
Gotcha.
ability in it.
So,
annoys me.
as you all get to this point, you realize you've been here for a little while, kind of like wandering around, slowly, cautiously exploring. Found this den of bears. You found this horde of Umber Hulk carapaces. You found this great open place and a stone giant. And as you're venturing southwest, trying to just find your way more around the place, you all hear this sudden weird chattering.
No, not a gibbering mouther.
And at first you're startled, right? And then you look over your shoulder and you can see it's Ezrah, and his teeth are chattering as he's so cold at this point that his jaw is uncontrollably just just
You want my ring of warmth?
I mean that would require me taking something off.
You could have just said no.
I wasn't saying no. Because the likely item that would be coming off is...
Hey, I'll wear 'em. Those aren't attunement, are they?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
I'm so damn good at everything.
They also need to be upgraded.
Yeah, well,
Get in
too damn
line.
bad.
All right.
Daddy needs his own upgrades first.
Are you guys doing anything, or are you progressing forward?
Is there a effect?
No,
Or is
you're
it
you're just
I have
you're just
disadvantage
really
to health
you're
checks or
getting
something?
really cold. Yeah, and you guys all come to the realization of, we might need to be careful about this.
What does that mean? Fast? I got a wand of fireball.
It means careful.
I can heat everybody up real quick.
I'm resistant. I'm fine. Screw you guys.
Oh, are you resistant to cold?
Infernal Constitution.
Okay. Keep that in mind in the future. If I ask for a cold-related Constitution saving throw, you can do it with advantage.
He's resistant to everything, and also can't be crit.
You're a dwarf. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not okay. I'm resistant to poison. Oh damn, bro. Bro,
I'm
Bro.
resistant to that
Bro.
too.
exactly.
Nice.
Proving my point. Thank you, Jay.
Okay, so no adjustments made. You guys continue southwest,
I'll do it.
finding your way through a couple of narrow passages, still carved by Umber Hulks, but then into another small cave.
Oh.
And it is here that you find a very strange this place, this small cavern, is quiet, seems out of the way, secluded, and it seems nice, honestly, if it weren't
For the 7 spiders!
for the there are remnants of a large campfire in the niche to the north.
Oh, let's do that. Ezra's really cold.
And nearby, on the wall, are crude charcoal drawings of various different figures. Leaning against the western wall is a skeleton
Right?
of gigantic proportions.
Ooh, big
Really
skeleton.
big boy.
Okay, okay.
To point of fact, the size of this skeleton is far too large to have gotten into this cave from any of the tunnels that you have seen.
Oh, weird. We got a
Is
ship in a
it-
bottle situation,
is it-
boys.
Is it even bigger than the living ones we saw out?
Roughly the same size, maybe a little bigger, but around about the same size.
Can stone giants become one with stone?
I have no
Are
idea.
they like are they like
surprised.
Zorn and they can just?
I would not be surprised if stone giants had meld into stone as a spell they could use.
Or like pass wall or some shit like that, or like mold earth, something similar. Well, then why wouldn't they?
Or-
Why would he mold out then?
Or someone has changed the tunnels.
Oh shit, bro! Do you think the other stone giants trapped him in here? Wait, but then why wouldn't
maybe he was the good giant? He knew what was going on. He's trying to stop everything.
Why wouldn't he untrap himself then?
What if all the other giants were good and this was the bad one they trapped in here?
What if
Hey,
they
what are the-
broke his
what-
hands so he couldn't do magic anymore?
What are the drawings? How did he make drawings then?
Okay.
Are they big drawings? Like are they up off the wall like a big person would have done it?
Bones,
He used
you-
the blood from his hands
You
that
go
were
and you
broken.
investigate the drawings, and the
I go and
drawings.
investigate the drawings.
The drawings are clearly made from pieces of charcoal from the fire.
Okay.
They are quite large in scope, larger than feasible for, say, you or Matashtai or Ezra or Ashes to create, almost on a giant scale.
Okay, well I resent that. People do street art all the time.
That's true. And they're not very good drawings. They're mostly stick figure drawings. But there
Okay.
is one that stands out that is clear enough. And it is of several different stick figures around a singular, significantly smaller figure.
Okay. Does the
There-
smaller figure have a beard? Just out of curiosity.
It's just a stick figure, so there's no beard or
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
But there is a drawing adjacent to that one, almost sequential, in which the small figure and one of the large figures are separated away from the other large figures.
The smaller figure and one of the large figures are separated away from the others. Okay. Okay.
So
The
this giant
majority
was in
of
love
the
with a
rest of the
small
drawings,
figure?
though, are just random drawings.
It's a love
Are there-
story.
Is there a small skeleton around here somewhere? The skull.
Still
They could
better
have
than
just.
Twilight.
They could have just walked out. They could have just walked out. Never mind.
I mean,
Unless their legs are broken.
Look, I didn't puzzle that one out until it took a minute.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Out of curiosity, though, is there a small skeleton? somewhere?
There is not a small skeleton nearby. No.
Okay. They probably just walked out then. Oh Lord. Okay, how many were the ones that are separate? There was 3, 2, 7.
1, let's go.
No, he said there were multiple separate bodies, and then there was one big, one little separate.
There are a total of 7 big ones.
Okay. These are the separate ones? 7?
No. In the first one, when they're all together, there are 7 big ones.
Okay.
And the 1 little one.
Interesting. Okay, so there's probably 6 other stone giants around here somewhere. Just a guess. Alright, well. Forbidden love. And then I walk out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Damn, I love being dramatic. No reason.
Okay. Where to now? There is a tunnel that leads southeast from this space, or you guys could go back to a different way you passed previously.
Felt like we've pretty well discovered this side of the cave, right? By my recollection in Jacob's screenshot that he sent me?
Think so? Well, there's... No. There's like still a small path to the south we can go.
Alright, let's go there.
Okay.
You're talking about like this way?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, let's do it. We're taking a small path, walking single file. We're squeezing through cracks and going for
It does
a
get
trial.
to a point to where It gets-
getting thin.
very thin, where the claw marks dead end, right? But there is still a crack to kind of like squeeze through to the other side.
It's a creek.
Which is a very simple process for 3/4 of you. But I need a stealth check from Ashes.
That'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah, well.
Oh, get used to this, guys.
Yeah,
No,
there
it's
is
actually not
there
too
is
bad.
a almost kind of like stone on metal screech as Ashes has to kind of squeeze his way through this. And it's just he's too barrel chested, right? To fit through without kind of a little bit of a and through the stone.
That cloak wouldn't have helped you there.
And because of that, we're going to tick up the situations counter. And we're going to roll 2d6.
Yeah, roll it. Oh, that's
no
a
sixes.
2 and a 4. There's no 6s there.
Okay. All right, so you guys find yourself at a little intersection. You can see northward. It kind of leads into that series of tiny tunnels that you had been close to previously, and then another larger tunnel leads southeast. Where do you progress?
Let's check this big boy.
Big boy.
You guys come out of this tunnel into a much larger open cave. You find here a huge cave with a high ceiling. To the south, down here, is a large protuberance of jagged rock that seems to have been carved into a giant-sized throne. There are some blue quartz crystals growing
Blue quartz?
out of the rock around the throne, granting it an almost kind of like primordial majesty.
Weird. Hey, are we looking for a big stone throne?
No, we already did that.
Got it.
And then
We were looking for an
the
alabaster
cavern
one.
continues to the northeast.
Okay.
Continue
I see
exploring in
it
that direction.
connects- I see that this connects to where we already looked, and I'm assuming this guy goes. Well, it doesn't. I don't see where that could connect. Let's look down this one. I don't see if there's anything hidden down here.
You come up this way,
Oh,
and
okay,
as
okay.
you do, right, you gain more vision of the cavern further to the east northeast, and something stands out very obviously to you at the mouth of this kind of like tunnel, and that is that there's a big ass X carved into the floor.
Like gouged into it.
Gouged into the rock surface
Where at?
up here.
Oh. Is there like a big rock hanging above it or something?
Doesn't look like it.
Can I go check it out?
Sure.
I'll go check it out. I don't want to step on the X though.
It's right.
I go check it out. What's going on? Is there something right here, or is it right here, or is it above right here,
Okay.
or is there a swinging log trap with spikes?
So, while that is happening, Matashtai, were you investigating the narrow tunnel, or were you gonna watch what's going on with Bones?
I'm gonna wait to see what happens with Bones. I don't want to
Okay.
be down a tunnel and shit go down.
Bones, you come up to this large X that is gouged into the floor.
I come up to it. Yeah, that's me. Come into it.
There is nothing above it. There's nothing immediately adjacent to it. There doesn't seem to be anything aside from the fact that it's a gouged X in the stone ground. There doesn't seem anything special about it. Beyond it, there is a small, oddly shaped cave that seems to be mostly barren. Although the western wall can you see the western wall? You can kind of see the western wall. There are portions of the western wall that they show the demarcations of water lines, as if this area was previously submerged.
Okay. Weird.
And
Why are there big wings?
in the center of the chamber, there is a rope laying on the ground
Okay.
that disappears into the ground.
I wonder if there's something cool down there.
Definitely.
I wonder if it's like quicksand. Is the rope like tied off
Nope. It's
to
loosely
a
hanging.
wall? It's just like
Laying on the ground. So there's a small amount of rope just kind of like laying on the floor, and then it trails further into the cave, and then it just dead ends into the ground. Like it just disappears into the ground.
Okay, I got this. I step up, but I don't go in.
Okay.
I take out a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, you guys are starting to lose sight of Bones. So if you
I'm
want
invisible.
to keep sight,
I've been.
gotcha. I forget about that. You lost sight of Bones a long time ago. You have no idea what's fucking happening with him.
I've been in less than an hour. You let me know when that's up.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I poke at that rope. Is it 10 feet? Is it more than 10 feet away from me?
I mean, you can get it close to it enough to poke it.
I
Poke the rope.
I poke at it. I poke where it goes in the ground too. I poke on it.
Okay.
Okay. Is anything weird? Is it the trapdoor open up? Arrow trap?
You poke the ground where around where the rope goes into the ground.
Okay. Okay. I poke it.
And as you do, there is the surface of the cavern floor ripples like water.
That's quicksand. That's quicksand. I'll walk away from this. I'll come back. Yeah, that's quicksand. There's quicksand up there. Don't go there.
Okay. That fucking reaction. Okay. Matashtai, would you now like to explore that?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I think it actually curves back, but
You take a
yeah,
few seconds to squeeze through, have a look around, and in short order, you can find that this is all interconnected passageways that are created by small creatures or the water runoff from this area. There's no hidden cave or egress or anything like that here.
got it. Said make sure.
Okay. Now, all that lies before you is eastward or northward past the X, or back to the bears, or back to the big area.
To the east! I vote. I refuse to go into the quicksand area. It is danger incarnate.
You begin to move eastward, and you make it to the mouth of another cavern. And as you do, you begin to hear a distant humming and an intermittent tapping. The sound of stone on stone.
Is that the sound that stone giants make when they reproduce?
Slapping them stone cheeks.
I see no other place that is going to be better to end our session tonight.
Why?
Except for on that jewel of wisdom there. You hear humming and tapping in the distance.
Oh, they're humming too.
Perhaps made by stone giants. And we will discover, or won't discover, I don't know. You guys will determine that. What is going on in that direction the next time we play Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you on the next session. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.